So today I'm going to talk about the loss and grief. This is a very difficult topic, especially for those who recently have lost someone in their family or even in friend circle. And when we have some kind of separation, especially when we see the in the first noble truth uh, says that uh, jati vidukha, jara vidukha, vyadhi vidukho, maranam vidukham, apyahi sampyogo dukho, pyahi vipyogo dukho. Especially is saying that birth, old age, illness, death, and separation of our loved ones or association with our enemies is all of them is suffering, is a problem, gives unhappiness to us. But especially when we separate with someone, for example, going from one city to another city or one country to another, this is not that strong. But when you know that you can't see somebody again, that is very difficult to deal with. So one thing we have to remember that being very upset, crying, feeling very distressed, this is not the solution. But we make ourselves very unhappy. We make ourselves be put in trouble. But also we make trouble or make unhappy to all the family members, friend circle. And not only that, most importantly, we are not making happy even the person who already gone from here. We should remember anyone, our loved ones, they want to see us happy, progressed, and if we are crying, that makes them cry as well. So this is why what is the most important thing we should do is we should not forget that person who has gone from our life. He has given us a valuable time, very, very precious time we have spent together. And also, if we want to pay gratitude, why not just remember him and share merit? And still we can ask forgiveness. And we can tell him how much you love him or her, how much you cared for someone. You can always sit down, you can visualize, think about that person, and always say that you loved, you cared for that person. And that makes your heart even free as well. Our life is not independent of this nature. We are the part of this nature. Whenever you walk in the park, see the trees, fruits. When a storm comes, very heavy storm, it destroys even green leaves, yellow leaves, or even very wrinkled one, brownish leaves. This is how our life is. When heavy storm comes, for example, a pandemic like this COVID, it attacks everyone, young, old, adults, anyone. And we don't know. Anyone can caught up in this situation. Like a tree, these leaves, they fall because of storms. But remember, still there are some leaves remain hanging in the tree. Even the old one, or the yellow, or the green one. The same way even the life is. Even old, young, or adult, Even some survive, somebody could go. But again, this is what the Buddha said. Three things, three characteristics of this world is called dukkha, anicca, and anatta. Dukkha is everything, most of the thing, whatever we see is actually the first noble truth is called, as I mentioned, birth, death, old age, and illness is a suffering. So there is the lots of problem in this world. And then he said, anicca, nothing is permanent. Every single thing have situation that is born or arise, stay for some time, and will finish, go away. And this applies to every single thing: trees, fruits, animals, and men, women, anyone. And this is what we have to understand, the nature of this world. And we are part of this nature. So what is important, especially when we go to somebody's funeral, we always understand the reality of life. That's it. No matter how much money we have, no matter who we are, no matter how much famous we are, but in the end, we have to go. We have to leave everything one day. But most important thing is what remain with us, or what we live in this world, is our good actions, our generosity, our kindness, our good behavior. People, they remember. People, they talk about that. Oh, he was a really nice person, very generous, very kind. They don't talk about how much money you made in this world and how famous you are, but mainly they talk about how good person you are. And that is our assets. But also, according to Buddhism, there is like good and bad actions. It's called karma or sankhara. That is also very good thing. If we have done lots of merit, it always help us and to have a good destination and to get even enlightenment in the future. So this is again important thing, that when we reflect about this life, we should try to accumulate lots of merit. But how to pay gratitude to our loved one who is not anymore with us? The first thing, paying gratitude, is not just thinking and crying about somebody, but remember his good qualities. Remember what he wanted us to do, what his thought was. And that way, we have to fulfill his wish. And that way, we can pay gratitude to that person. No one wants us to feel cry, upset. So if we are happy, others are happy as well. So that way we have to pay gratitude. And be kind to yourself and be kind to others. One time, one lady came to Buddha. Her name was Kisagotmi. She had only son, very young baby. He died. And she was very upset, distressed. She was in shock. She didn't know what to do. But someone said to her, go to Buddha, he will give some advice, and probably he will give his blessing, so your son will come in life again. She went to Buddha and she asked, could you help me? Could you give life to my son? And Buddha could see how distressed she was. So Buddha thought, okay, rather than directly saying something to her, Buddha asked, okay, I can do that, but go and bring a handful of mustard seed from somebody's house. But remember, you can only bring mustard seed from that house where nobody has died in the past. She said, don't worry, I will bring quickly. She went to the village, she asked mustard seed, And she went every houses, and everywhere people they said, oh no, somebody has died in my house this year, that year. And finally she come back. She realized that everyone's life this comes. Everyone has lost someone. In another occasion, when Buddha was Buddha announced about he will leave his uh, take Mahaparinibbana. He will leave this world at the age of 80. And Ananda asked to stay for longer. And Buddha said, we should remember this body is impermanent. So getting old age is a kind of problem, is suffering. How long do you want to stay? You need lots of caring and repairing. This is what Buddha replied. So that is how we have to think actually, we have to reflect. But one thing is important thing, we don't know how long we are going to stay. We don't know how long we have, when we are going to die. Nobody knows. But whatever time we have, make use of this. Make use of this valuable time to accumulate lots of merit, to do lots of good things. And that way we should think. That way we can make ourselves happy and also make happy to others. So remember that person who has gone from our life, he will always remain in our heart. Is not going to go away. And his memories and the time we spent with someone, it always remain here. So take the inspiration from that moment and always pay gratitude to those people and continue your life. And whenever you do anything good thing, meritorious deeds, always share merit so they can also get and participate in your good deeds. And that is the way Buddha said we should do the patidana, transfer of merit to our loved ones who is not anymore with us. So by this short Dhamma talk, uh, I hope this will help you to come out from your problems, from your grief, and from your unhappy mind. And try to remember nothing is permanent in this world. Everything is impermanent. And you have to, rather than avoid, accept this reality, the law of nature, and try to be a good person. Try to utilize every single moment. And that way you can keep yourself happy and also make happy to all who are around you, and even to make this world very peaceful. So let me know how do you find this Dhamma talk. If you like to ask any question, you are most welcome. You can always comment and I would reply you.